After watching 2 seasons of this anime, I think we can all agree that if we ever get reincarnated, avoid the Japanese media industry at all costs. Pop idol or actor, Oshi no Ko reveals the dark truth of what goes on behind the scenes. Behind the facade of these charming, flashy stars who appear envious, but their lives are actually quite sad. Behind each character, we see a side to them full of anxiety, imposter syndrome, and depression. They cover the mental illness aspect with sincerity and realism, allowing it to naturally blend into the narrative, creating a highly informative and frightening experience for viewers like myself. Sometimes I wonder, why am I watching this? If they keep showing the same outcome for every character. They have all had difficult obstacles to endure psychologically, so much so that it becomes overwhelming to constantly sympathize for them all. It may as well be a documentary if that's the case, but it's not. There is a reason why I have continued to watch this, because it's not just about the fear that idols and actors suffer to work their way to the top. There is a mystery to the show that fills the air with ominous intrigue, a dark side that is the real hook to the anime. When I was watching this, I was thinking about Agretsuko season 3, in which Retsuko becomes an idol and her life becomes threatened by a stalker. And that season touched on the dark side of idol life, celebrities, and stalkers. And in Oshi no Ko, they really go deeper into the problems that go on with celeb fandom and worshipping, showing how messed up things can really get. The relationship between a fan and an idol really is sick and twisted. It doesn't go quite as crazy as Perfect Blue, but it's only been 2 seasons, and there are glimpses of that being foreshadowed. What really makes this anime fascinating is the fact that it's a reincarnation story, and it makes complete sense. The plot embarks on a somber tone that is sprinkled with wholesome moments through the spirit of the two characters, Goru, a gynecologist, and his patient Serena, who is a fan of a massive up-and-coming pop idol Ai. Goru and Serena develop a charming relationship, but unfortunately, as this anime so often does, will punch you in the place where it hurts most, and Serena dies. Goru, who was initially reluctant and unmoved by the pop idol Ai, becomes her fan, as a way of connecting with the spirit of Serena, which is also wholesome but also extremely tragic. And where the plot really takes a turn is when Goru is killed by a fan of Ai's, who is currently being treated by Goru himself to deliver her twin children. Goru is reincarnated as one of Ai's twins, and unbeknownst to him, the other twin is the reincarnation of Serena. Their names are Aqua and Ruby, and they both have their memories from their previous life. And now Aqua and Ruby are swept off their feet into a world of fame, scandals, and jealousy. Despite this, they enjoy their lives and their relationship with Ai. But once again, the anime punches you even deeper, this time into your soul, by killing Ai in a brutally distressing way that forever traumatizes me. And thus, Aqua begins his revenge mission to find the killer behind Ai's murder. And to keep in mind, this is all in the first episode. Granted, a very lengthy episode, one that took me 3 to 5 business days to complete, but it was worth it. An incredibly fascinating look into an industry that I always feared was this nightmare-fueled factory where people mentally break down inside and kill people with just words and jealousy. One of the most prominent themes in Oshi no Ko is the idol and acting industry's intense and often exploitative nature. The industry is portrayed as cutthroat, where public perception, social media, and marketability often take precedence over the artist's well-being. This is particularly evident in the character's arcs. Driven by her desire to fulfill her late mother Ai's dream, Ruby's journey is a complex exploration of legacy and emotional resilience, reincarnated with memories of her past life. She is torn between her personal ambitions and the emotional scars left by her mother's death. Ruby's story represents the idealistic side of fame, the allure of pursuing dreams and leaving a mark, yet it also highlights the loneliness and challenges idolized stars face in realizing their dreams. A realization of the difficulty in achieving a dome performance mirrors the hardships many face as they try to find success in an oversaturated high-stakes industry. Kana exemplifies the pitfalls of early fame. A former child star, Kana's rude and seemingly superior attitude stems from her constant need to be competitive. Having been discarded after initial fame, she views everyone as competition and struggles with insecurity masked by arrogance. Kana's arc reflects the harsh reality for many former child stars who experience a quick rise and a sharp fall, leaving them struggling to adapt and find lasting relevance in the industry. As viewers get to know her deeper struggles, they sympathize with her, a commentary on the disposability of young actors who are often used by the industry and then discarded. Akane's experience with love now is a profound commentary on the dangers of reality TV and social media. Her public struggle, particularly her portrayal, leads to her near-suicidal despair where she becomes the target of online harassment. Akane's storyline underscores the mental and emotional toll that cyberbullying and character assassination can have on young stars. It shows that social media often amplifies this toxic cycle, where negative portrayals and audience hatred build an intense emotional pressure that is hard to escape. Aqua's intervention saving her life emphasizes how necessary personal support is, even though it's rare in the industry. Aqua's role in the story adds a psychological thriller element. Despite being involved in the entertainment industry, he is disillusioned and cynical about it. With memories of his past life, Aqua understands the manipulative underpinnings of fame and uses his knowledge not for success but to uncover the mystery of his mother's death. His emotional detachment and cold, calculating demeanor reflect his awareness of how ruthless the industry can be, and he's keenly aware of the consequences of fame on a personal level. Aqua is driven not by ambition but by revenge, creating a contrast with the others. His journey also shows the toll fame takes on those forced into it, not for dreams or aspirations but out of necessity or circumstance. Aqua's character adds a realistic, dark edge to the story, revealing the often hidden cruelties within the industry. He acts as an anchor, reminding us that the glamour of fame often has a disturbing side. The characters in Oshi no Ko share a collective ambition for success, yet their journeys reveal the unique forms of emotional turmoil that arise from navigating the entertainment industry. These struggles illustrate the impact of fame on personal identity, self-worth, and mental health. Here's a closer look at how each character's ambition is coupled with deeply personal obstacles. Kana's story is a powerful commentary on the struggles of child stars who experience early success, only to find themselves fighting to stay relevant as they grow older. Once a beloved child star, Kana is haunted by the memories of adoration and popularity, yet she now faces a harsh reality where she is no longer the center of attention. Pressure to reclaim her former fame weighs heavily on her, creating a persistent feeling of inadequacy and fueling an almost obsessive need to stay competitive. To protect herself emotionally, Kana develops a cold, superior attitude, using arrogance as a shield against her insecurities. She often views everyone as a competitor, which prevents her from forming genuine connections, and this isolation intensifies her internal conflict. Her story portrays the psychological toll of being used up by an industry that can quickly discard young talent in favor of fresh faces. Kana's experience reminds the audience of the industry's tendency to treat its stars as commodities, with little regard for the emotional consequences of stardom, especially when they are young and charming. Her outward rudeness and competitiveness mask a deep fear of inadequacy, a reminder of the industry's unyielding nature and the long-lasting scars it can leave on those who are no longer in the limelight. Akane's journey delves into the harmful effects of public scrutiny and online harassment, capturing a darker side of fame in the age of social media. In her case, her performance on the popular reality show Love Now leads to an avalanche of negative criticism and online hatred, almost painting her as a villain. She becomes a target for cyberbullying, and the backlash is swift and severe, amplifying her self-doubt and leading her to the brink of despair. Her experience mirrors the reality faced by many celebrities today, where one mistake or unpopular portrayal can lead to severe reputational damage and mental health struggles. The harsh reaction is amplified by the internet's relentless, impersonal nature, where individuals are quickly reduced to caricatures, stripped of their humanity and condemned. Akane's story sheds light on the industry's lack of support systems for individuals facing public backlash, especially young women who often bear the brunt of harsh criticism. The emotional toll of feeling hated by the world pushes her to attempt suicide, a really sad depiction of how deeply the opinions of strangers can affect one's mental health. Her arc is a critique of the idol culture that demands perfection and the toxic side of social media, which can take a great toll on people mentally. Ruby's journey stands out for its portrayal of ambition as a deeply personal quest, driven not only by her desire to achieve her own dreams but also by a sense of duty to honor her late mother Ai. With memories of her previous life, Ruby is keenly aware of the sacrifices and dreams Ai had as an idol, and she is haunted by the emotional weight of her mother's legacy. Her ambition is shaped by a desire to fulfill the dream that Ai never fully realized, performing at a large-scale venue, a symbol of ultimate success for idols. This motivation to honor Ai places a significant emotional burden on Ruby, making her quest for fame as much a matter of personal fulfillment as it is an effort to carry forward the legacy of someone she dearly loved. Ruby's ambition is complex and conflicted. She wants to make a name for herself, but she is constantly reminded of her mother's shadow, which looms over her every move. The audience can sense that her journey is tinged with a quiet desperation, as Ruby is not just chasing stardom for her own sake, but is also driven by the pain of her mother's unfulfilled aspirations. The memory of Ai's struggles and ultimate tragedy adds a layer of emotional turmoil, as Ruby must confront the industry's potential dangers while attempting to succeed in it. Her realization that performing at the Dome is far more difficult than she initially believed highlights the challenges that many face in achieving fame. Ruby's arc serves as a commentary on how ambition, when entangled with personal trauma and family legacy, can be a double-edged sword, inspiring yet deeply taxing. Together, these characters represent different facets of ambition and the often crushing weight that comes with striving for fame in an industry that demands perfection, thrives on competition, and rarely allows room for mistakes. The intense emotional turmoil they experience illustrates the high price of pursuing dreams in a world where talent is sometimes overshadowed by marketability, social scrutiny, and ruthless competition. In Oshi no Ko, ambition is not merely a source of motivation, it is also a heavy burden. Each character grapples with self-doubt, fear of failure, and the expectations placed upon them, whether by themselves, their past, or by society. The series thus raises a vital question about fame. Is the pursuit of greatness worth the emotional cost, especially in an industry as unforgiving as the entertainment world? Oshi no Ko critiques the idol and acting industries, highlighting how they can emotionally shape a character, while at the same time channels a deeper and darker subject, a mystery that is yet to be solved in this highly engrossing anime.